Hello, my name is Jolie. Welcome to Dynamics Accounting and Finance Tips. Today we're going to be talking about posting date and sessions dates. From my experience as an accounting manager, posting dates were very important, especially around month-end close, quarter-end close, year-end close. So today we're going to be talking about all the areas where posting date applies and how to change your sessions dates at your month end or quarter end or year end that makes it easier to post transactions in the previous period. Let's get started. Okay, so we are in our USMF entity and we're going to start with our general ledger. In general ledger, I want to point out the ledger calendar. So we're going to go up here under ledger setup, ledger calendars. Now, this will be configured before you go live, but what I want to point out is period one here is 1/1/2022 to 1/31/2022. So any transactions that are posted in this period would show up on your January financial statements. So let's talk about what dates on each journal type and where that comes from. So let's jump into journal entries. Up here at the top under journal entries, we're going to go to general journals. Now, when you create a new general journal, the system is going to default to today's date for your journal. This is the date that the transaction will post to the ledger. This date can be changed. Fortunately, Microsoft has made this beautiful because when you do a journal entry with a reversing entry, you would just go over here and select reversing and select the reversing date here. So they've done it right on the same line, and that transaction automatically posts in this posting as well. But what I want to talk to you about is when you come in on August 1st or August 2nd and you still need to post transactions to 7/31, you haven't moved into August yet. This is just an example. Let's make this easier for the user by changing the sessions date. So here's the sessions date right on your face of your finance and operations screen. And so what we're going to do is we're going to just go to July and we're going to select July 31st. Do we want to change your sessions date? Yes. And as long as you stay in this browser window, and we're going to go back to general journals, and we can just go to that same journal. And now when we open up the journal, it's 7/31, and every new line that we create will also be 7/31. So let's see where else this date applies to. This date also applies to if you are in accounts payable. So we'll go into AP, accounts payable, and we're going to go create invoice journals. And again, we're going to go to the lines and 7/31 as well. Again, you can add new lines. It's always going to be 7/31. Where else does this apply? Okay, let's create a free text invoice. And we're just going to select any customer. And our invoice date is 7/31 as well. So it changes, and this is going to be our posting date. The invoice here is our posting date. Let's see where else. What about customer payment journal? Let's create a new. We're receiving payment. we need to record cash that came in on 7/31, and here we go, 7/31. Let's see where else. Let's go to our purchase orders. And I'm moving around fast only because I just want to show you the areas where this sessions date is affecting. So we have an open in order, and we want to receive that open order. So we're going to go here to our product receipt. Now that sessions date is changed. And our product receipt date is now 7/31 as well. So again, from a procurement side, you really received items on 7/31, but you've come in to work on 8/1 or 8/2 after the weekend and so forth, and you need to still record transactions in July because we want our revenue and our expenses to line up in the same month. I love this functionality. I love it because it does take a lot of the kind of thought away from the user in when they're entering transactions. The only thing I recommend is you finish July, then you move on to August. And when you move on to August, simply open a new tab. And from your face, I'm in a demo environment here, you can see the sessions date is back to 8/5. And so I would just recommend not having two browsers open, one for July and one for August, because that would definitely get kind of confusing. But really just finish July, whatever you're doing for July, and then close that browser and open a new browser. So here, if we were to go to lines, and we're going to delete this line, it was already created. And now we're going to select new. Why did that do that? Oh, I know why. Because we need to create a new journal batch. It's still reading the sessions. Now, that was a great test there. So it read, because we had already created this journal batch in the previous session, you'd have to create a whole new journal batch. You couldn't update the same journal. Hopefully that makes sense. Didn't lose anyone. But still, from here, if we were to go to the same areas, so let's go to customer payment journal, and you would have to select new. You're back to your default 8/5. And then here, one more area on your sessions dates is your inventory management. If you needed to do any movement journals, and you select new, and you're filling out, let's just, and your date is 7/31 for your movement journal. So this really works everywhere. And remember, this is your posting date. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial or just my experience. And the reason why I'm so passionate about D365, in case you don't know, I absolutely love this system, is because I have worked at a company and companies who have changed accounting softwares so many times. Peachtree to QuickBooks to Cyma to all sorts of different accounting softwares, and each time thinking this is the better solution. When I was introduced to D365, I knew when I was introduced to the functionality that the company I was working for will never have to change accounting softwares again. This is it, because Microsoft is constantly improving this functionality. They're listening to the end users, making changes, coming at it from an accounting perspective, putting their accounting, finance thinking hats on. I mean, it is an amazing, and I'm just excited about it. So that's why I'm posting these videos. I hope you enjoy. Please leave a comment, subscribe if you like. Thanks.